Welcome back, guys. This is the season finale of House of the Dragons, episode 10, The Black Queen. We are finally here, and we're going to break it down. Oh, that didn't work out.
That's my teammate.
Yeah, Sully. It's Halloween, almost Halloween, and so I figured I'd dress up, and, we got some cobwebs and did the set a little minimal this year. Yeah, last year we did a lot more, but, Halloween crept up on us pretty quick.
Didn't realize it was next week.
Yeah.
But
This came fast. Oh, man. But episode 10 just happened, and woo!
it was great. It was great.
Insane.
It was insane. It was, it hit a lot of different points really quickly, so I can't wait to see where the series is going. But
Yeah.
without further ado.
Oh, man. So we start off with Rhaenyra talking to Lucerys. Or no, just...
Lucerys, you got it. You got it.
Because Jacaerys,
Is the older brother.
Is the older, and he would be the heir at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, so she's talking to Lucerys about succession, or, his roles. You got Jace, who's going to be heir someday.
Quote unquote. Yeah, good quotes.
Right.
Like it.
And so he's got his roles he's got to fulfill. But then Lucerys, he needs to step up at some point, because at this moment, they don't know what's going on with Corlys.
Correct.
Right.
Corlys is still sick.
He's got blood fever. He
Yeah.
might not make it. And so she's having this talk early with him, like, you need to step up come this day and take over Driftmark. And he's just like, kind of like Aegon. He's like, I'm not ready for this role. Like, that's too big of a role.
I don't want it. I mean,
I
like,
don't
they
want
get
it.
served on already. Why, have all this pressure? They love just, being kids.
Yeah, let
He's
him be
only
kids.
13.
Right.
In this.
Well, in this show, I mean, that's pretty much an adult.
Yeah. Well, 16, I think, is the manhood.
Is it?
I think so. But yeah, he's only 13, and Jacaerys is only 14. So, I mean, they're kids.
Yeah.
And you need to rule.
That's
And
a lot of responsibility.
Nah.
He's like, I get sick when I
Yeah.
see ships. Like, let Corlys be the guy until he's not, and we'll figure it out then.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that was... But then Rhaenyra was pretty much like, I was 14 when I was told I was going to have the throne. 6. But...
And she rose up to the responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
even though she didn't.
Yeah.
She ultimately got there, but she was definitely defiant and a little trouble child and whatnot.
Absolutely.
But she's not going to tell her kids
No.
all the stuff she's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Me and Damon. No.
Yeah. Woo. If you guys only knew. But so she has that talk, and then does it go right into the labor?
Soon. No. Soon after that, someone says, Princess Rhaenys is here to see you guys. See you, Princess Rhaenyra. She's like, okay. And then...
That's right. Because at this point, Rhaenys comes in. She's got some big news to tell Rhaenyra and Daemon. Because there's been a whole lot of treachery going on over there at King's Landing.
A whole lot of shutting the doors, not letting anyone out.
That's it. And so she's pretty much here. We'll hop over. This is the moment we're talking about. And Rhaenys walks in, and she's just like, dude, your dad's dead. And so Rhaenyra's like, oh, okay, this is going to be the moment. I've been waiting for this letter to come. You guys are going to crown me queen.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, he died. Oh, he must have just died. Psych.
Right. No, it's been days, and everybody's been locked up.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be happy, but you're not going to be queen.
And they crowned Aegon. Coronation.
Yep.
He's got the Conqueror's sword.
In front of the mass. Yeah, the Conqueror's sword, crown. The masses all cheered him on, or, witnessed. So all the boxes were checked.
Yep.
So he is now by every right a king.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And
this is her first hearing of this.
Yeah. Woo. And they did all that on purpose so nobody could dispute him being king. And so now, one, Rhaenyra's taking in that her dad just died.
Yep.
Right? She's like, how did that just happen? Like, I just saw the guy. We all had dinner together. Wasn't doing the greatest, but he seemed like he might have had a few more weeks or so.
He was smiling.
Yeah. We all gave him that Hallmark moment. Should have added some years.
Absolutely.
But no, he's dead, and you're not going to be queen. And so that's a lot to take in.
And it's your half-brother.
Yeah. The little punk that never even wanted
He
it.
didn't even want it.
And really, to even make it worse, is like, holy cow, like me and Allison just reconciled all of our issues.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted me to be queen, and she set aside her wishes to make her son king. And psych, clearly once she left King's
Psych.
Landing, That was not the case.
I mean, but yeah, it's like she doesn't know that she or that Viserys quote unquote told her, Aegon is should be my successor. Wrong Aegon, but
wrong Aegon. And you know what I love? So we talked about that in the last episode. Mm-hmm. The preview or like the preview to this episode, mm-hmm. they tie those scenes together.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. And so like Viserys is kind of narrating the moment, but they show like while he's talking about the Song of Fire and Ice, it shows Rhaenyra at his bedside, and then like he doesn't stop talking in the narration, but it fades to Alicent right at the end when he's just like, it needs to be you to make this all happen or whatever, And so it's like, in case you didn't catch that he was trying to talk to, he thought he was talking to Rhaenyra. They were showing you that.
So the show is showing you, here's what you needed to catch right here.
He said this to the wrong person. He thought he was talking to Rhaenyra.
He was drinking milk of the poppy like it was going out of style,
It must be good stuff.
It must be great.
Yeah. All we have is our nog.
Well, which we love.
Woo.
This is like...
You know what I love? It's not even Thanksgiving. It's not even Halloween yet. And here we have the drink of Christmas.
Mm-hmm. It's like, it's more expensive than gas.
Yeah, it is.
and where we live, gas is very expensive.
That's it.
Yeah. This is very expensive stuff.
It's like double the price of gas because when you buy it, you only get like the half gallon.
Yeah, it's definitely double the price of gas.
Jeez. Yeah, that's liquid gold right there.
But yeah, so yeah, she's all, and then soon after, I don't know if she's just so upset, so like backstabbed. She feels like she was just betrayed.
Yep. Well, and Daemon actually makes the situation worse because he's in this moment, and soon as he hears that Viserys is dead and that there's been a new king, immediately
he doesn't tell you, my brother's dead.
Yeah, he's like, Viserys has been slain right away. And let's see here. There he is. Mm-hmm. He's like, what the heck?
Yep. yeah, like not only did your dad just die, but they also took everything from you.
Yeah. That's such terrible news. Right there. Boom. First words, Viserys has been slain. Like, does not want to even think that maybe he just passed away of his own,
I mean, he quote unquote has the best maesters in the realm.
Sure, right? So you'd like to think that they could keep him
but
alive.
Like he was hanging on for a couple years. It looked like
he was looking like Skeletor. I thought he was gonna die like
10 years earlier.
Yeah, right.
No, but yeah. So,
but that's not like Rhaenyra's upset to hear that he's been slain. That's just gonna fuel the fire.
But what it only does is it puts her into early labor.
Yes.
Which. Obviously, I don't know how many terms they say it, and they say how early she is. I'm not sure. I think she had another moon to go. I think that's what they said, and so I think she had at least a moon, another month.
Which is that what it is? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, moon month. Yeah. So she had another month to go. So that is premature, but not that premature. It's pretty close.
But they didn't have incubation.
They didn't have all that stuff,
yeah,
and all that the stuff that technology does for us today. So that just kind of like. It's kind of killing her right there.
Yeah. Not that the extra month would have helped this one, because the books describe this as a twisted
dragon.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, from the words of Mushroom, right? Mm-hmm. Baby has a tail. It's all twisted up.
Yeah.
They do say that where the heart is, there's actually a hole, a cavity in the baby, and that it was a stillborn. But so this news causes her to have pre-labor. In the books, they describe her in like so much pain. She's calling it a monster, wants it out, and when it comes out, I mean, even in the show, they show it as like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So while we don't know how long she's in labor for, but we know it's probably a long time.
Yeah.
Because it wants to get out. She wants it out. She's yelling, "Get out! Get out!" Mm-hmm. She keeps yelling at it. But as this is going on, Daemon's not consoling her at all, because that's not who Daemon is. Let's just be real.
No, he's not. He's not the family guy.
Nope.
And he's not really empathetic and whatnot.
No, but he is looking out for her best interest
in the only way he knows how.
Yes, in the way he knows how, which is talk to all of the military men, get all the strategies out there, kind of figure out like protect the Dragonstone first, and go from there.
Yeah, he does flip into like fight or flight,
Mhm.
and he is looking at how to save his family, but it is in the way of like a war is coming.
Yep.
How do we defend ourselves? And that's this scene right here where he's just like, if the Greens attack now, it'll be by stealth. How do we prepare? What are we doing?
And I don't think Damon says as many words in the whole show as he does in this whole scene.
True.
Because this is his element. This is what he's good at.
Mhm. And yeah, he's quick to just be like, what are the numbers? What are we looking at? How do we make ourselves look like we're bigger than we are right now? And we need to be protected by towers, sea, air, like everything.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, he's ready. He's in it. He's focused. He's ready for this. He's built for that. He loves this.
He does.
He does. He's the man. I'm on his team.
He thrives for it. But while this is happening, you know, he hops back over to Rhaenyra. She does have the stillborn, but she summons her boys and she tells Jace, like she knows what Damon's up to. He's gone. Like one of the sisters or whatever asks her where midwives ask her where Damon is, and she's just like, oh, he's dealing with other things. She knows that he's seeing red and he's he's coming up with a plan. So she tells Jace to pretty much just tell him to stand down and not act without her wishes.
Yep.
And such a empowering moment for Jace, because I like her kids, but her kids are little wusses.
Yeah.
Thus far,
I mean, they're not Aemond.
they're not Aemond.
They're more
Right.
like
Yeah.
than Aemond. Aemond's
Yeah.
a different breed. He's a freak athlete.
Yeah, they're
That's what we
not.
call
They're
him.
not like, they don't have his nasty, ways of Aegon, but do they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was just
yeah.
looking at you. You don't know this.
That's true. We don't. It doesn't cover it. But yeah, no. So she sends Jason there to pretty much just keep the peace for her, since she's dealing with her own issues. And you get this moment where, like, mid strategy, Jace is just like, "Yeah, you're not gonna attack," and Damon's just like, "What? No, yeah, we are." And he's just like, "The Queen does not want you to attack, and you guys will stand down." And he's just like, "Glad you're here, Jace." Yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Send the Ravens.
Yep. Right. Yeah. Which is good on them, because they need to, see who your allies are ahead of time and whatnot.
Absolutely. He wasn't doing anything. He was just preparing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like saying we're going to war. He was just preparing like who's going to be on our side.
Yep.
It's prep,
And Ravens take a little bit, so
They
send
do.
them out now.
Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, and they don't know that the Greens are so far ahead of them. Already
Yeah.
did this a week ago, at
Yep.
least a week ago.
Actually, yeah, should have. Aemon's flight should have happened in the last episode, over to the Baratheons.
Yeah,
to
he
take
was
a
there
wipe.
for a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, he tells him to stand down. Damon clears the room and he doesn't clear the room, but he talks to Jason, pretty much just like, hey, we're gonna find something else that suits
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Let's try something else.
Let's put your attention elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Which good move on him. He's got a lot of stuff to take care of. He's got an armada to get ready and all that stuff. Yeah, and so it hops this whole moment, like it's kind of hopping back and forth between Rhaenyra and whatnot. Like it
keeps showing her in pain and keeps showing
Yeah.
her like in anguish and all this stuff like that. So
these childbirth scenes are just intense.
I'm pretty sure like every scene it shows, you can almost hear her screaming in the background.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't imagine the pain that.
I mean, we've both seen it. It looks like
But
it's a
this
lot
has
of
got to
pain.
be way worse
Yeah.
because it's not. I don't know. I think this is way worse. Like, because I feel like it's not turned the right way. It's all. I don't think it's like coming out naturally. I think it comes out like just.
Right. It's twisted already, and it probably is not. Yeah, maybe like shoulders cocked weird or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's just rough all the way through.
Yeah. Plus, you don't have that. What's that shot you get in the back when you're giving birth?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
I know
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Give me that. I heard that.
Yeah. They don't get that option, so they're feeling it from the waist down. Milk of the poppy will take the edge off, but it's not enough.
And milk of the poppy might, but it might also kill the kids. So they have to be very careful with milk of the
Careful.
poppy.
Yeah, you don't want your kid to be strung out when it comes out.
I think that kills the kids. That's how they get rid of the kids, I think.
Oh, is it? The
think
baby
so.
tea is milk of the poppy?
I don't know about that.
Might be
exactly.
two different things,
It
but
might,
both
I think,
same outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, so that's all happening, and then it hops over to
Well, it does go into the Yeah, so just another bad day for Rhaenyra. She not only loses, it shows the birth.
Yeah.
That was pretty graphic, and they do a very good job at being graphic. And I turned away. That's tough. I can't imagine what she had to do going through that. I mean, if you imagine, her dad just died.
Yeah.
She gets the crown taken away from her, and she loses her daughter in the same day that it shows us. In the same day. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, there's that good scene coming up.
Yeah. Well, not this one. So like she's like going through, this is like the worst day of her life.
100%. Death after death. Papa gone and
Baby
her
gone
only
and the
would've been
crown
daughter.
gone. Everything
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, her only daughter.
Yeah, right. Now she's just left with boys.
Yep. And their toys.
But yeah, no, this last episode focused heavily on Alicent. This episode is focusing on Rhaenyra's story in this situation. And her story is full of tragedy. I mean, she gets a little glimpse of hopes here and there, but it is a story of tragedy.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And they showcase it well in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, while that's once that undergoes, that's where. Yeah,
Yes.
it's good you're here, young prince. But yeah, then they step outside.
Yeah, pretty much. They get him away from that situation. Get him away from the war room.
Yep.
Because he's too young to really understand what's going on. He's only 14, I think, at the time.
Yeah. And so here's Jace. He's hanging out with
Uncle
slash
stepdad.
stepdad. Yeah. And they're pretty much like, he's like, okay, if you don't want me to plan this war out, I do need to see, there's these guys show up, and it's like, okay, we need to see where they're.
What do you mean? These guys have been with him the whole time.
These ones have?
Yes. These
okay.
Kingsguard have been with them the whole time.
But at this point, because they are Kingsguard, which
who do they protect?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good question. Daemon is very suspicious of everything, and he does go over the small details on who's on his side.
Yeah. And, he's very kind. I mean, not kind, but I guess in a cruel way, he chooses, like, the kindest options for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much just says, like, you're either going to swear to us or you're going to die. But how do you want to die? Do you want to, if you're not going to choose us, that's fine. Do you want to die quick and painless and honorable? Or do you want to lie to me and I'll find out later and you'll die a very terrible death? Or you can just swear to us and just stay by that.
Yeah. So that's where I kind of have an issue with loyalty on this show. So if you swear to the crown, whose crown? Like, you could be swearing to the right crown but the wrong crown.
Yeah.
Like, you're screwed either way.
In this case, this situation can't come up too often.
So, like, those two Kingsguard were told to protect the princess.
Yeah.
Let's say they never liked her. Whatever. That's, they don't want to be.
Yeah.
They're stuck.
They're stuck. And even if they follow their oaths and they protect the princess, the new king is going to count that as a...
yeah.
Like being disloyal to the actual king.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I would not want to live in this world.
No, I would not. It's a tough world with dragons running around. And little Laris is running around.
Little Lair. We don't even see him in this episode.
No, I'm ticked.
Oh, that's
or Alicent. It's bullcrap.
Yeah, you don't.
Team Alicent and Team Laris.
Ooh, look at that pencil neck dragon.
Syraxes. Yeah, the blood. Is it the blood dragon or the bloodworm? Blood dragon? Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
something like that.
Yeah, that'd scare me out too.
Yeah. It gives them their options and they choose wisely.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was beautiful there. Soon after, the part that really got me going was
you going?
Yeah. No, the next part that really jumped out to me was the they show the funeral.
Yeah.
They show the funeral and they show the Visenya, the girl who Rhaenyra just birthed. Visenya, her funeral, and usually I thought they would do a dragon fire.
Yeah, they should have.
Because I thought they do that for all Targaryens.
Yeah. I mean, there is fire.
There is, but it's not dragon fire.
It's not. Yeah.
Because they did it for Egg. What was Viserys' son with Aemma? The name. They did it with him, and he was only born for like a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But how come they don't do it for her when she was born for or I don't know, ever born? Maybe they don't.
Maybe they only do it for boys, or like this one hadn't even had a dragon egg by its side. I don't think.
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I don't know.
They had a dragon egg picked out for the boy already, and so maybe because of that, it's like, okay, well, you go up by fire.
No, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question though.
I don't know. Yeah, or maybe it's timing. Maybe they're just like, we have this war to plan and stuff that we don't.
Yeah,
have
we
time
only
to.
have Dragonstone with like 13 dragons there, but not a big deal.
Right.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know why they. Yeah, because there's little baby Visenya and the fire and whatnot.
Yeah, but soon after, who comes?
Eric.
Eric.
We're so glad to see you. Glad you came to the party, brother.
You see, they just got news that the king took over.
Yeah.
And, so they don't know whose side he's on.
True.
I do agree with them holding swords. They didn't know like what we know.
Yeah, he's wearing the white cloak armor.
Mm-hmm.
When we last saw him, he was looking like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Street rat.
Robes and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But he brought a gift for Rhaenyra.
Something to make her uplift her spirits.
Yeah, I'm on your side. This shows it. Long live the queen. Yeah.
King Viserys' crown.
There's that crown we were talking about in the last episode. He was with the person that stole it. But yeah, he wants to bring it over to Rhaenyra and
So in the book, he didn't steal it.
Yeah.
One of those other two did.
Yep.
In the show, he stole it. A little different, same outcome.
Yeah.
Really, she gets the crown. No difference.
That's it. And the only significance is that Aegon actually wanted this crown to wear, but it was already removed, and so he never got to wear it, which is cool.
That is
in
cool.
the book.
Yeah, he's a little pouty little baby.
Yeah, but he
Just
got the
kidding.
Conqueror's crown, so yeah.
I mean, 100-year-old crown, whatever.
And this, the book does describe this crown as having more jewels.
Yeah.
Is what it kind of sounds like. I don't really see jewels on this thing at all.
I don't know. It looks pretty basic to me. I think there's a jewel in the very front.
Is there? Okay.
I think. But this actually was a really cool scene. I mean, it's pretty weak coronation compared to Aegon's.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool. I mean, how she's like so much strategy, and then finally there's a ray of hope.
Boom. There's your crown.
Maybe there isn't any.
No, there's no gems. Oh,
Mm.
interesting. Yeah, they say
Everyone takes the knee.
my queen, except Rhaenys. She does not knee.
Rhaenys does not. She's in the very back.
She's in the back. She stands.
This
the whole
is
time.
when I think Rhaenys doesn't know what side she's on or wants to do.
Oh, because she hasn't. Yeah, you're right.
So everyone else, all the 50, their whole island.
So there's she's.
I think she's
standing.
just analyzing her.
So Kingsguard is standing. Some of them, the white cloaks are knelt, and Rhaenys is standing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, "Holy cow, this is it, ladies and
She
gentlemen."
doesn't seem too happy.
Well, it's also a funeral.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like,
I mean,
how happy can you be when
that's-
you're like your
that's a
child's burning in the background?
Good point.
Yeah.
Kind of like Laenor was at Lyanna's.
Yeah. Right? It's like, yeah, how
Happy can you be? Oh, here.
yeah.
Lose your daughter, but here's a crown. Kind of.
Lucky.
No.
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's just a lot of tragedy in her story.
Yeah, but I think pretty much the next scene though it shows her getting escorted by her not her Kingsguard but by some guards into the war room.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, which is kind of cool
It is a cool little scene there.
because she's not used to it. Which is, oh yeah, play that. Yeah, because look at that, she's not used to it, and that's kind of cool. Look, she kind of looks like Viserys from the back.
She does same hair.
Same hair.
What if that is Patty the actor?
It could be. She'd be like, push me in one more time.
Yeah, a little Easter egg or something.
Oh, did we miss that one scene?
She doesn't even bow. What scene?
Oh, how they light it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go back.
This
because
actually
there's-
was one of the coolest scenes, and for the whole, in my opinion, like without like action and stuff like that. This is like just how they light this this war room table up.
It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh! Just do it.
It's definitely pretty cool. Here, we'll show you this because all right. So the
fires go under it, and it should do that. I agree with that.
yeah.
But it shouldn't be from both sides, unless they do two different. No, that wouldn't make sense.
All right, so what we're talking about here is here. Let's go back a little bit because there is a shot where they're lighting these little buggers. But so this table is illuminated by candles underneath,
Which is awesome.
which is pretty. Yeah,
I want one.
pretty awesome. So here's a little candle holder. No.
No, that's just them prepping.
Oh, come
Dude,
on.
you're going back too fast. You're going 15 seconds at a time.
There it is.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, here's this little trough, this tray. It's got all these candles in it. They light them all, and then they insert it into their war room table. The problem we have with it is...
I mean, I think the table's really cool, so I don't have a big problem with it. I understand what you're saying, but I think it's just so cool.
So as you slide that trough into this table, you see how it's illuminating outward from the center?
What if
What's up?
there is a layer between it that's certain like thing that heats up, like certain kind of rock or something like that, and they heat it up in the
Maybe.
middle, and then it just slowly pushes it out.
Yeah, maybe that is the case, or maybe
But that's
like
way too high tech for that.
Or-
The easy way would just be to throw it underneath. And
yeah, or maybe they're actually setting the table on fire underneath, and it's just burning away each time.
yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, so essentially they have this trough of candles. They slide it into the table, and right as they do that, they show this scene, and it's illuminating from the center out. When really, you pick a direction from
Mhm.
right to left or
Yeah,
left to right.
it would be easy to do it that way too.
Yeah,
Actually, it probably would have been cooler
yeah. Slowly reveal the
to the wall and to the Winterfell.
I'm sure they tried it both ways, and they were like, "Oh, I like this."
Yeah,
But
probably. But like that table looks so cool. I want that.
it's pretty cool.
If we could get that on this, oh,
Somebody make that for us.
please.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she gets to enter with a Kingsguard, and yeah, this is like her moment of being a queen. Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen, first of her name, Queen of the Andals. She's getting her entrance, her titles.
With like 50 people there compared to what he got, like 50,000, 100,000.
So
I don't know,
many more.
depending on what you want. But they kind of like bum rushed everyone in there, so it wasn't really
Yeah.
pure. These people actually want to be here.
Exactly. Yeah, these people are actually like loyal, like to her.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones are just doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so good moment for her.
Absolutely, it was a good moment. And then they pretty much just start talking strategy.
Yeah, right into it.
Right into it, but you know, after her cupbearer, would you like some wine? No. Yeah, they start talking strategy and allies and everything like that, and how do you want to go about all this stuff like that. And pretty much, she's like, I don't want a war.
Yeah, she's the only one keeping the peace.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, let's be the first ones to attack. Let's just hit this thing hard.
Yeah, we can attack them.
And she's they got their little table to see who's an ally, who's an enemy, and who's undecided. And she wants to cross her T's and dot her I's.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to know exactly where everybody stands before they go marching foolishly. And so, like, while she doesn't want the war to happen, she also she does show she wants to be prepared, and she wants to understand where everybody sits. And so it's like, okay, we know these three houses are our allies, but we do need to reach Starks, the Vale, and Baratheons, and see.
Starks, Aarons, and Baratheons.
That's it. Yeah. What are these guys up to? Are they should be on her side? Let's just make sure. And because at this moment, she still doesn't know if she has the Navy fleet yet.
She doesn't have the Navy.
Yeah, because Rhaenys is there, but she's not talking to Rhaenyra about, hey, you can use my ships or whatever. She's there because she had news to tell. Yeah. And so they're talking. They do get into a little squabble, right? At this,
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah. He's pretty much just like, look, we have more dragons than them. And Rhaenyra's like, well, it's not. They have dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, they have 4. We have, I don't know how many he lists off. He starts naming them all.
I thought he said 13. Maybe it's 9. I don't know. It's a lot. It's
a
more
lot.
than them.
Yeah, and then she's kind of like the voice of reason in this because she's like, well, look, dude, like none of our most of our dragons haven't seen battle.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the dragons that we have claim to are there's no rider.
They're riderless.
Riderless. And then some of them belong to the kids, and she's not a big fan of sending
she
her
was
kids
pretty
out
much
to
like,
the war.
if you take away 3 of those dragons are my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then one's her.
Yep. And she just gave birth. She can't go on a dragon to ride.
Nope. So this is actually one part where they're kind of different in the books. How she's kind of like, she's in bed a lot more. She's more bedridden after her stillborn birth, miscarriage. I don't know what you call it on that. But yeah, so she's distraught. She's stuck in her bed because she's hurting. I mean, you know how it goes without the drugs of the modern medicine that we have today. So she's not probably fully there, which is they don't show that really here yet, or they don't show that at all.
No.
But yeah, so he's talking about all the dragons that she has that they have, but they don't. Vhagar's huge.
Vhagar's massive. And we get to see that this episode, and that's so cool.
Yeah, and so she's pretty much like we have 5, they have 4, and they have Vhagar. That's not even good odds.
No.
I wouldn't take those odds.
Vhagar kind of counts as like 4 dragons or so.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
he yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah. But, you know, Daemon's relying on his skills and whatnot. He's been to war. He's confident he knows how to use what he's got wisely.
Absolutely. He's very smart. He's strategy. He goes pretty much attack him now.
And with him, it's like, yeah, we're going to have casualties, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Rhaenyra is probably coming from a point like, let's have the least amount of casualties if we can.
Yeah, let's just assassinate.
Yeah, right? Let's not, yeah. And so Daemon doesn't really care. Some people are going to die. To him, that's just part of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been through war. He understands that. You can't like win a war without losing part of your army, half your army, most of your army.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, so they get into that a little bit, but she is holding steady. She is still like, I don't want to be. What's that quote we had? Is that when she says it now, or is that later?
Yeah, no, I think it's here or around here, but it's a good one. She doesn't want to rule over Ash and Bone, which you had brought up as a good callback to Game of Thrones, where Daenerys says, "I'm not here to be the queen of ashes."
So they know they can always kill the king. They know that. They have that in their back pocket, but at what cost?
At what cost? If you're having a battle of dragons over King's Landing and fire's just melting away the bricks and mortar and the people of
who's
King's Landing.
Who's gonna want you to be their king?
Exactly. And if nobody's left, then you're just the queen of an empty
Queen
throne.
of Ashes.
Queen of Ashes. Yep.
So
a lot of fun that is.
Yeah, that's really cool. Next part on this book, the next part of the scene that really jumped out to us. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in here. We can't talk about it all because we'd be here for 14 hours.
Yeah.
But the next part that really jumped out to us is when Sir Otto Hightower shows up.
Oh yeah.
Good old Otto.
Little
Otto shows up, and so this part to me didn't make sense, and I think you agree with me.
I agree. Yeah.
There's no way in the world, after all this happened, Otto's leaving this alive.
No.
He's dead. 100% dead, or at least imprisoned.
Yeah. Comes with a tiny army, some maesters, no dragons, no Aemond, no nothing.
Yeah. He's dead or imprisoned, 100%. And if Daemon's not going to do it, really?
Right.
Really? After you declared war, the Ottos declared war, or the Hightowers declared war on your wife.
Yeah.
And he's in front of you with 20 guys?
Yeah.
You're not going to do anything?
In the real world or in the books, well, I can't say in the books, but if this was a real situation, Rhaenyra would definitely kill this guy. Daemon would definitely kill this guy. There's no way he's leaving.
Absolutely. I can tell you what happens in the books.
Yeah.
In the books, they send a maester with the terms, not Otto, which is way more strategic. It's a maester, not Otto.
Exactly.
Makes sense as a battle. You don't send like your general out to, be a messenger.
Yeah, that's it. You send your pawns out first before you send your rooks and all that.
And they send them back in, heads on a spike, That's what happens. This doesn't make sense to me.
And it does, like you were just saying, it does differ from the book here because the order of events is kind of out of place here. So really, like how the books have it as is, so once the coronation happens, the news does travel to Rhaenyra right away. In the show, we get to see that's Rhaenys who brings the news. That does send her into early labor. In the book, she immediately has her coronation, and her first action is to announce Otto and Alicent, traitors of the realm.
Yep.
That news gets back. It's just back and forth. That news gets back to Aegon, who immediately in the books requests that Alicent or Daemon and Rhaenyra and her kids are sentenced to death, and wants those orders carried out. And it's not till they don't really talk about who calms them down or whatever, but they do say instead that they're going to send the maesters to talk to Rhaenyra and Daemon and see if they can come to an agreement.
And she takes, so with the maester in the book, she takes the maester's chain off of him.
Yeah.
And gives it to her own maester and imprisons that maester.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. We should have seen that. Yeah.
He should be dead. 100% dead in the story. Whatever. They missed it. I think they goofed. But I mean, he's a main character, I guess. But why not send the Maester from their, when they're doing their talks in their green room, in the green party?
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Yeah, somebody we don't really care about, just send him in.
Makes sense. I think they goofed up here. I think they just want another big guy talking to her.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.
But you can't just strip away like everything Rhaenyra's ever wanted and then just send the guy who did it.
And taunt him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taunting you without my dragon.
Yeah.
She's got, yeah.
Stupid. But essentially he's here to be like, look, Aegon's king. Like it or not, it is what it is. And if you never step foot in the Red Keep, here's what we'll give you. And it's you can Rhaenyra can have not Driftmark, but Dragonstone.
Dragonstone.
Her son Lucerys will be declared like the king of Driftmark after Corlys, and or not king, Lord. Yeah,
not king.
And was there any other terms in there?
There was a couple terms. There was another term that all the other kids will be cupbearers and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. Otto is smug about this one, right? When he offers this, and he says it's a very generous offer, and Rhaenyra's kids, the leftover ones will be, they'll, what does he say? Something about like they'll have high status on the council or something like that.
Yeah, the high status in court.
In court, and then he adds that they'll be the cupbearer and all this stuff, and that just ticks Daemon off.
Yeah. Daemon would have killed him there.
It would have killed him.
Daemon killed Vaemon for calling. Come on.
Yeah, but I guess before he says all this, he says he's got a message specifically for Rhaenyra, and he's just like, "Where's Rhaenyra?" And cool shot because we get to see Rhaenyra do exactly what she did as a kid.
That's a good point.
And it's the same spot too, with the same people. Maybe that's why they had it.
I guess.
Right? Because it's the same people back in the same situation.
I guess.
Because initially Otto was going down there to get the dragon egg back from Daemon.
Yeah, and Daemon would have killed him. Got it.
Yeah. And then Rhaenyra steps in. And kind of like this situation, Rhaenyra steps in again.
He should be scared. Look at Daemon. Daemon's all smug. Like, he's like, screwed up kid.
You want the queen? Here's the queen, buddy. Boom.
Gosh, their dragons are so small.
Yeah, they are, now that we've seen a much bigger one. But yeah, there's Rhaenyra. She didn't come in through the fog like she did the last time, but she lands in the same spot behind them. Big power move. And just super cool there. And the guys are just like, oh man, you brought a dragon to a sword fight?
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I do disagree with how I do like her entrance, kind of like before. I understand what you're saying on bring him, but I think it's too early or too no.
Yeah, I agree. Wrong place, wrong time.
No way.
Yeah.
Nope, they goofed.
Yeah, so that's all happening, and then it's wants to. Oh, that's actually so. After this moment is actually when Rhaenyra talks about the ashes and whatnot. Because they go back and they're talking.
Because this ticks her off again. She's actually thinking about the terms.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she's like, no bloodshed would happen. What is my duty as a queen? It's to make no bloodshed and to make it the realm work.
And I get that. It's just so weird.
That's like
even in the books they do have her. So this is on point with the books. She does want to keep the peace, but it's weird that she's actually considering the terms.
Yeah, I mean, well, like so the right move for the realm is to give in. The wrong move for how they did it. So I mean, it's like,
yeah,
if she wants to do what's right, she has to have bloodshed. If she wants to do what's right for everyone, quote unquote, she needs to like swallow her pride. And they backstabbed her, I get,
right?
I don't. That's tough. It's like,
I know a lot of it is like she does say like her dad Viserys wanted her to keep the peace in the realm, and so with her. Her dad's dead now. She wants to like honor his request.
You know what? If her dad wanted peace, he shouldn't have had Otto Hightower as his hand.
Yeah.
Let's just be real here for a second.
You casted him away for a reason.
Yep.
Don't bring him back.
Yep. So, you know what? He brought this on himself.
He brought all this on himself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He kind of like started a fire and then said, peace him out. Deal with it. Yeah. So, yeah, they go back after this scene and they're talking in the
war room.
War room.
Beautiful war room. I love it.
Yeah.
See Stannis Baratheon right there.
Stannis Baratheon? Not in this room.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's-
yeah.
Cool it was.
I didn't realize you said Stannis. I just heard the Baratheon, and I was
Oh.
like, wait, that's coming
Nah,
up.
yeah.
But yeah, you get to see this intense moment. The Daemon and Rhaenyra that just don't agree at this point.
Nope.
Daemon wants the war. He knows how to win it, and he wants to just attack them while their guard's down.
Yeah, Damon's because she's thinking about the realm as the people. He's thinking about his wife and protecting her. He's like Will Smith here, and that's Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's it.
And he's like,
Keep
nope.
my wife's name
Mhm.
out your
Pretty-
Game of Thrones
Pretty
mouth.
much, he is saying that. He's like, nope, we ain't gonna do that. Even though she laughed.
she did laugh.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no, he's definitely a Will Smith character here. He's just defending his lady, and it's always about family with him, and his family, his whole family has been wronged at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He knows Viserys' true wishes, and he knows that it was supposed to get passed down to Rhaenyra. So not only does he feel like Alicent and the High Towers stripped Viserys' request away, but also stripped away what was going to be given to
And
Rhaenyra.
he thinks they killed him.
And he thinks they slayed Viserys. Yep. So he's fuming with fire and rage.
Mhm.
And anything except for war is unacceptable right now.
Pretty much, he wants death. He wants to right the wrongs.
Mm-hmm. He does. But it gets heated so much that he does kind of put Rhaenyra in a little chokehold. But they, have a moment. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I wouldn't show that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect.
But the next scene, we go over, and the man, the myth, the legend, the guy we've been waiting to see, show up on a ship, dead or alive. We get to see and
Corlys Valerian.
Corlys Valerian.
Long time no see. What are you doing?
That scene's over. It's just I didn't time it right.
Boom! There it is. It's like there he is, and I look over, and it was like still Rhaenyra and Daemon. I was like, oh yeah, there they are again.
I'm new here. What are you gonna do?
Just kidding.
But yeah, there's Corlys. His fever is breaking. In case you guys were wondering, he's gonna be okay for now.
For now, he's alive.
He's alive.
Everyone's alive for now.
That's it. Yeah. But he's not happy with the news he's hearing. He's having a talk with Rhaenys. She's kind of filling him in, and his stance at this point. I should really pause this so HBO doesn't say, "Hey, you're using our show."
Definitely did.
Yeah, but his stance is, let's stay out of this. I'm back. I realize that my ambitions to get the throne have just been wrong and cost us our children.
Pretty much.
Let's stop fighting everything and just live our lives together
Mhm.
and be family.
They're
And-
super rich. I think they're one of the richest families in the realm.
Yeah, because of the fleet.
Because
and
of
the
their
trade
fleet
system.
and the trade system. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they don't need money. I think he just wants to sit back and relax with his granddaughters and
He's ready to retire and sail to
Yeah.
the Keys and just,
yeah.
eat some
Because
coconuts.
I could think because he got a scare from the the seas and stuff like that he could die any second.
That's really probably what it is, right? He was close to death and had
Yep.
what am I doing with my life?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna never see my grandkids again.
Yeah. And family is everything to him as well.
Name is everything.
Yeah.
Name and family. Yep.
Yep. So he says this to Rhaenys, and Rhaenys is kind of doubles down. She's picked a side at this point. She's chosen. She wants to back Rhaenyra, and she's letting him know, like, look, like, yeah, not everything she touches burns up and whatnot.
She does want to back her, but she likes how she's staying out of a war.
Yes.
She likes her stance now.
Yep. In a room full of guys like ready for war, she is the one keeping the peace.
She's not just agreeing with everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's because she's showing leadership by
Probably.
not being a follower, a sheep.
Yeah, Rhaenyra found her voice. And
Mhm.
now she's a symbol of hope, somebody you can stand behind.
Yep.
And Rhaenys likes this, and so she's letting Corlys know, like, yeah, you might not agree with it, but hear the kid out because, yeah, she is kind of she's trying to keep the peace right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a level head on her, and she's not just on a war path. So
Like
Corlys,
you would think she would be.
you would think she would be. So she's pretty much just like, Corlys, get the heck out of bed and go talk to this
Yep.
woman. And yeah.
Yep. Which he does.
Yeah, he does. He gets up. Oh, Corlys. He like had a little face of discomfort or something. Yeah, so they're back into the war room, and Corlys is there. He's good, everybody. No blood fever. I'm back.
So, yep, I'm good. I'm back. Here we are at Dragonstone, and he sees his 2 granddaughters with the Luke and Jacaerys.
You actually brought that up. I didn't even notice that.
I did.
It. Yeah,
I did. I brought that up, and this is where I think actually he agrees with his wife, but he also understands that war is inevitable.
100%.
He knows that if Luke and Jacaerys, who are betrothed to Bela and Rhaena, that his daughter's gonna be in danger, or granddaughters, granddaughters are gonna be in danger. So he has to pick a side.
Has to pick a side.
He has to pick their side.
Protect his granddaughters. Yep. And so he's been gone for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know that his granddaughters were betrothed to his grandsons.
No, not grandsons. Are they grandsons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, they're Laenor's kids, kind of.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gosh, I keep thinking they're strong. Oh no, I mean no.
Come on.
Sorry.
They have brown hair.
Sorry, I was like, they're not related.
But
my bad.
Yeah, no, he's been out at sea, so he didn't even know that his grandkids were betrothed to each other. So, yeah, he, like you said, he does have this stance that he's hesitant. He doesn't really want to go to war and whatnot. But he comes into this room and he sees the grandkids standing next to each other, and it changes his mind because
they keep showing it in the show. They keep showing the kids next to each other.
Yeah.
They showed it, I think, 3 times. Yep, there it is. They show them next to each other, and I think every time it shows him looking at them that way.
It's like, what's going on down there?
Mm-hmm. And they look happy. That's one of them does. The other one looks stone-faced, but yeah.
A little Mocha the Poppy on the far left. But,
Jacaerys, yeah.
But yeah, no, his grandkids are everything. And so, yeah, changes his stance, and he tells Rhaenyra, you've got the full fleet of my army.
So once he says that, you got the full fleet and everything like that. The coolest thing ever, I think they did. The music starts building slowly, and it's like, "Here's what you got my fleet." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much."
Yeah.
She's like, "Thank you so much." Oh my gosh. And then he's like, "Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna block off King's Landing. They can't get through Blackwater Bay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna protect it by sea, land, and air." He's like, "We'll go to our allies." And she's like, and the music slowly building.
There.
It's like he had the strategy. He knew what he was doing. Gosh, he's good. He's good.
And we didn't know this. We knew he was gone, and he went to the Stepstones to go fight the fight. At no point does anybody mention that the war is over and that Corlys had won that fight.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's bringing this awesome news to Rhaenyra that, yeah, I was in the Stepstones. We conquered it. And she's kind of like, yeah, it's already been done before. And he's like, this is different. We, like, solidified our claim to that place. We're holding it. It is ours. And because of that, we can chokehold King's Landing and pretty much block off all trade, which a good portion, other than farming and stuff like that, comes through trade. So you can kind of starve this city, which is a good plan in war.
Oh, very good plan.
Uh-huh.
You can't keep 1 million citizens happy without trade.
That's it. They're going to need water. They're going to need food and whatnot, and you can't just get it all from farms.
Nope.
Yeah. So and once people are deprived of the very basics of life, like, you know, clean water, food, whatever, people start to act erratic.
They do.
And people get crazy.
Uncontrollable.
Yeah, they can turn on the leader, the king. It's happened in many wars and places. But, yeah, so very smart on them.
Yeah, I just like how the music builds. This is like, it just slowly builds. Can we play it just for a second? You can slowly hear it. She's like, I got your back on Dragon. Like,
I got you, girl.
She's like, what? And she's smiling like, and then you have more people saying we can do, like, they're giving her all these options, like, oh crap, this turned in, well, I know this probably wasn't the same day, obviously, but like, just turned in like a crappy week, and then it's like, oh my gosh, we have
a chance.
We can do this with Corlys's fleet and his wife and all the kids and all the people he knows and the Stepstones, and it's like, okay, we have it. We have more than the Hail Mary now.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool moment for Rhaenyra.
It is. I think the reason that she felt like she had to, succeed or, give up the realm, because she didn't have a shot.
Yeah.
She knew she didn't have allies. She had no army. And this is kind of like, maybe we do have allies.
Yeah. Like people did swear to me, but now she's seeing that, like, people do have my back.
Some people do have my back.
Some people, yeah. Because she's never felt like anybody's had her back. Like, she knows that houses have sworn to her because of her father asked, but nobody ever talks to Rhaenyra. Nobody ever is like, "I got you, girl." It's just
because
like
she's a girl.
yeah, it's just like there's the king's daughter, and yeah, if she asks, we'll probably help her.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, this is like people rooting for her cause and her claim to the throne. So it's a big power, like empowering moment.
It is. It's
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a word I'd use.
The next scene, where do we hop to?
I think it's the boys.
Oh man.
Next scene to us. I mean, there was a lot in that scene right there.
Yeah.
That we could go over, but those are like the main points that we really picked up on.
Yeah. So this part copies the books. Jacaerys was brings it up to. They're talking about how they need to send ravens out to like the Starks, the Vale and whatnot.
Storm's End.
Storm's End. And Jacaerys is like, "Hey, we got dragons. Like our dragons will get their way quicker than ravens, and it'll send a stronger message. You know, join our cause. We have dragons." So Rhaenyra's kind of reluctant. You know, she's sending her precious kids, one of them pretty far, and
That's why she sends the older one farther.
yeah, he's got a much bigger flight path to take.
Yes, he does.
But she wants to know, because in this time period, you're supposed to honor messengers and you're not supposed to kill them. We've seen them killed several times.
We have.
Right? But you're supposed to honor them if they're a messenger, and no harm should come from that person. And so she makes
It's a terrible job.
Yeah. Makes them swear on the seven that they'll just be messengers and will not be warriors. And so they do it. Jacaerys gets those, up north Westeros.
The Vale, and he's going to the Vale, and then he's going up to, I think, Winterfell.
Winterfell, yeah. And then Lucerys has to go to Storm's End to go talk to the Baratheons and win them over. And Lucerys has a very short flight, and so she's like, he should be fine. And plus she even says, like, the Baratheon dude should give you a warm welcome. He should be excited to see you because his father swore an oath to my father.
Yep.
And you should probably check in with your allies more often.
Yeah, absolutely. Because just by meeting him, I wouldn't trust that guy.
No.
Like, she's never met him, I don't think.
Nope, I don't think so.
Because I wouldn't trust him. He just feels like, what can you do for me?
Oh, he's 100%. Yeah, right.
And
you want my army, you want this and that. Like, I'm not gonna just like help you out because you're asking for it. I'm not this dog that you can shake a stick at.
Pretty much, yeah. Then the kids are sent away on their dragons, and it's a long trek. I don't know how long it would take them. I don't know how fast dragons go.
Yeah.
In pace mode, not just. But
and they're obviously gonna show Jacaerys' journey in the next season because it is a longer journey, and it's probably there's more stuff to see. So in the book they talk about Jacaerys' journey first, but in the show they're showing Lucerys's. Probably because it's the season finale and it's more impactful.
It is very impactful. So after she sends him off, then we get to see like Daemon like being beautiful again. Team Daemon, of course.
Oh, his singing voice?
Just his singing,
It's very lovely.
Soothing, and I had to think, like, what's he doing? I was like, what's he singing to his dragon for? And then you find out that he's actually not singing to his dragon. He's singing to a different dragon.
In High Valyrian.
High Valyrian. It sounded like he was just humming. But yeah, so he's going down to see... I think I know why he's doing this. So the dragons love their riders, right? They respect the riders. They only choose one rider, right?
Yep.
It's like Avatar, you only get one thing.
Yeah.
But so I think he's doing this not to like make his dragon Syraxes mad, but to just see that this dragon respects him.
100%. This lets you know that the last time this dragon had a rider was of Valyria, because he's singing to it in High Valyrian. So this is what the dragon recognizes. So yeah, this is an old dragon.
You can tell.
Yeah, you can definitely tell here in a second. But yeah, this is an old big dragon, and I think that's why he's coming to it in High Valyrian, is because that's the only way that he thinks that it's going to comfort this dragon. So I'm curious to see who the rider was of this dragon. Do you know it?
I want to say Alysanne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was Alysanne, but I'm not 100% sure. I probably could Google it and find out, but...
Sure.
Do you want me to Google it and find out?
No, you're good. You're good.
And I also think that because he said something in the war meeting that they have dragons without riders. They're riderless, And I think that is very important to the future of this show.
Yeah?
Yes, otherwise they would not show this.
Can you tell us anything?
I cannot.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's very important to know that he is going after. Why would he go after another dragon?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, you need something to battle Vhagar.
his he can battle Vhagar and just like, yeah, we'll figure that out. He can battle Vhagar. With speed.
What was the dragon?
Vermithor.
Vermithor, that's it. I'm super
Riders of Vermithor. Oh, you can Google it, but I can't.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's a free
I asked him, and you want me to Google it? And he says no, and then I hear
click, click, click. I just wanted to see.
You just want to see if I was right.
It's bugging me now.
Did you just write Google like who wrote Vermithor?
Jaehaerys.
Oh, Jaehaerys, King
Yeah.
Jaehaerys. Okay.
So that has been a while.
Yeah, that's their grandpa.
That's the grandpa.
Yeah, that's
He is a
Damon's grandpa.
Valyrian. Yeah, that's right. That's not that far.
I mean, 40. 50. Jaehaerys reigned from the 40 AC to about 101, roughly around there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So we're only
60
29 years after that, though. 30 years after that.
Yeah. So I guess not that long.
Yeah.
It's been there for a while, but that's an old dragon. That's over 100 something years dragon.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that's why he's thinking about that. Is just I think it didn't kill him, so I think it respects him a little bit, knowing that he's a dragon rider. Because I think the dragons are a lot smarter than they show.
Sure.
But really spiteful.
Kind of like big puppy dogs.
Big.
Ooh, that thing is
That
big.
thing is ugly.
It's very ugly. Yeah, look at that beautiful.
I wonder how big it is compared to Vhagar.
That's what I want to see. But I know that's why he's down here. This has to be a big dragon.
Yeah,
Maybe not Vhagar big, but it levels the playing field a little bit more.
but no one's riding it right now.
You just get somebody to break it in.
Yeah,
It's a wild stallion.
you break that thing in.
I mean, I'm not
would
saying
you-
I'd be the one to do it.
Yeah, right.
Woo, look at that. And it's like, I see you. I'm looking into you because it transitions to Damon's eye.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
That is super cool.
Okay. Then we get the storm over Storm's End. What are the odds that Storm's End is stormy?
That's probably how it got its name.
It definitely has
Yeah.
got its name. It looks really cool though. It looks like
People back then weren't very creative, so it's just like, oh, this is a stormy castle.
yeah.
Storm's End.
Reminded me of World of Warcraft, but we're just
Yeah.
yeah. So we show
Think this is where the Lich King lives?
no, he lives in the Frozen Throne. Come on.
Over there in Azeroth?
He's up he's above the wall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he would be. Yeah, the White King.
Lich King, White King. Think about it. He commands his
kinda
army
cool.
of the dead.
I wonder if R.R. Martin was a World of Warcraft player.
I think World of Warcraft came after he
Did
wrote it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Maybe the Lich King takes place is
it's
inspired by
probably yeah. It's probably
Yeah.
pre everything.
this. Yeah.
Children of the Forest are like mages.
Okay. Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
since it's the coolest game ever,
But yeah, no, we do hop over to Lucerys' travel over to Storm's End, and
looks like a rough one. His dragon's not very big.
it's a tiny one.
It's
Yeah.
struggling.
Yeah, and in the book they talk about how it's the day or the sky is as black as Damon's heart, as told by Mushroom.
Mushroom's just jealous of Damon. It seems like.
I think so. Yeah, and so he's flying over. They talk about how the dragon's struggling because it is very windy. It's rainy. There's lightning.
Mm-hmm. It's very small because it's only 13 years old.
Yeah, right. So it can't handle the strong winds and whatnot.
Not yet.
But he gets it to land over there in Storm's End. But
And see, so I don't understand is how they're counting that as a dragon.
what?
His dragon. What's his dragon's name?
Jacaerys' dragon?
No.
I mean, Lucerys?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're counting. Oh, you mean they're counting that as a dragon, like for the future war?
Yeah. How do they count that as a dragon? That's no, that's Godzilla.
That's Godzilla.
But like, how do they count that as a dragon?
yeah,
Like I understand I can breathe fire, but that thing's like
it's a good chicken chaser, right? If you're if you're just going up against groundsmen and whatnot,
Mhm.
like that dragon can totally burn up people.
I would not be that. I mean, I'd be afraid of a dragon, but I wouldn't be afraid of that dragon. I would be, but I wouldn't. You know, you see that thing? That's
That-
Godzilla coming from the That's Godzilla.
That's the stuff of nightmares right
Yes, that thing is.
there. Yeah. No, I get that. The other one is like the size of a horse or something, maybe a little bit.
I mean,
bigger
it's
'cause
probably
of
like
wingspan.
like a bus.
Yeah.
I mean, which would scare the crap out of you, but then you see that thing, you're like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a Velociraptor compared to like T-Rex,
Yeah. Yeah.
Megalodon,
There you go.
Mega T-Rex. You know.
Yeah, it's still scary, but it's just like I might be able to take that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Get one good arrow shot, you're all right.
But he lands and he sees that he's not the first to arrive there. That Aemon's dragon is lurking.
I
in
don't
the
know if he
background.
actually sees that.
He does. He sees
He
it.
doesn't.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How do you miss that?
Oh yeah, he does see it.
There he is staring right at it. But he marches right in. He's just like, oh, that's weird.
He's pretty ballsy. Don't if I saw I know Aemon's there.
Yeah.
Aemon hates me because I cut out his eye.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be walking in here. I'd be kind of scared.
You're also supposed to be kind of protected as the messenger,
True.
right?
True.
So you have that going for you. Once you announce that you're just a messenger, the rules of law are supposed to be like, okay, leave this guy alone.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes rules are broken. But yeah, he goes in and oh snap, Aemon is there, and he's standing with a wall of ladies. So
He's standing with one lady.
well, yeah,
Like he does not look like a nice guy.
no. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say in the book it does say he's next to the four daughters, but yeah. So Aemon flew here first because
He knew that the king was dead first.
yeah, he knew the king was dead first and that they needed to strengthen their allies. So Aemon needed to fly over here to the Baratheon castle and marry one of his daughters, and so he's already flown over. He's already had this like agreement and whatnot. He's been here for a little bit.
He picked one.
Picked one of the daughters, and of the four, Mushroom in the book does say he. Now I'll leave that out. Yeah, but he sampled the fruit a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, so pretty much Jacaerys is here, and Lucerys, and he's like, hey, I got a message for you from the queen, and he's like, oh, you're the second one to come here today, why should I listen to another proposal, and gives him the note, and I don't think he knows how to read.
He might not. He's a Baratheon.
Right? It's all about war and
Yeah,
whatnot.
they love their wars. I don't
'Cause
think he does.
The note gets handed over to whatever this guy's name is.
King Boros Baratheon.
Boros Baratheon. There we go. And he's like holding the note, and he's just like, "Where's the Maester? Like, right? Get him over here." Maester comes over, opens it up, reads it, whispers sweet nothings into Boros'
He's actually
ear.
saying, "You're so cute."
Yeah.
I know you know how to read. Thanks for playing dumb so you can see me.
That's probably why he makes that face.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Remind me of my father's oath. I don't know how much I'd. That's tough.
Right.
It's not you.
Yeah.
Should kids take on the sins of their fathers?
I think you have to in this world.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
When you're a leader, I think the people that have made decisions before you kind of have to follow them.
Okay.
But not that you want to or should, but I think in this world you're supposed to.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
But his Maester reads him Rhaenyra's note, and it pretty much says like, in case you need a reminder, your father swore an oath to my father.
I don't know if that's the right words to say either.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think she ever met him.
I don't think so either.
I think she goofed.
And this is where it differs from here. So he pretty much just says like, no, I'm not going to accept your mother's offer.
Mm-hmm.
That Aemon already came here this morning and offered to marry one of my
Pretty
daughters.
much to strengthen my family, and you're just offering for my allegiance.
Yeah, he's like, what do you offer? You going to marry one of my daughters? And he's like,
I'm
no.
already betrothed.
Yeah, I already got a wife. It's my sister. And he's like, so you offer me nothing. You can pretty much...
Cousin.
Cousin.
It's not a sister.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, cousin. Yeah, it's
That'd be-
Damon.
that'd be
Well,
weird.
but it's like his stepdad now, and so...
But that stepdad is different.
yeah, do
No, half-sister. Stepsister.
stepsister.
You're right,
Yeah.
stepsister.
Okay.
You're both kind of.
Cousin, stepsister.
Yeah. But technically he's a strong So, cousin.
Oh, so technically it's okay.
Yeah, it's legal.
Well,
it's
but
legal in most of
Rhaenyra and
Westeros.
Daemon share the same blood, so
Yeah, Westeros and it's legal in most of
Most
Westeros. Most.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. So pretty much after he asks Lucerys if he's gonna, Lucerys, tongue tied. If he's gonna marry one of his daughters, he says no. He's already married.
His dragon's name's Arax.
Arax, I like it. Boros pretty much just says like, well, you can leave then. But Aemon is over there just instigating, and he's like, nah, not so fast, buddy. You took out one of my eyes. I've got a knife for you. I want you to cut out one of your own eyes. And he's pretty honorable. He's like, I'll even let you pick, because that's what was said. Yeah. And he's like, I don't want to make you blind. I just want to, want to equal it up. I do, after seeing what comes next, I do think he's just trying to intimidate him.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that even if the kid, if Lucerys did it on his own, sure, I think Aemon would have accepted it. But if he didn't, I think it just becomes more of like, I'm gonna scare you back to mommy.
Yep.
Right. And so so he tells him to leave.
Well, it's easy when you're 19 and kid's 13.
Oh yeah, you can be a bully super easily.
6 years and they're.
Yeah. I wonder which one of the daughters. It was the second oldest, so maybe her.
Maybe.
From
Right in the
book.
middle, yeah.
Yep. All right, so maybe I'll let this play out for a second.
Tell your mother that the Lord of Storm's End is not some dog that she can whistle up at me to set against her foes.
He kind of looks like a Baratheon for sure.
He does, yeah, right. So he just tells him to leave. That he's free to leave, and this is kind of where we were just talking about. There's the sapphire in his eye hole.
That looks really cool.
It does.
That's why I'm on Team Aemon. It's one of the reasons.
He had a hole and needed to stuff it, so he picked a sapphire and shoved it into that eye
That
socket.
probably wouldn't be too comfortable. What do you think?
I
Think he like
so.
put it in a pouch or something like that and then shoved it in his eye?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe it's no.
But when you look around, like when you lose an eye, I'm sure those muscles back there are still moving around.
I don't know.
Maybe
They
not.
detach and go
Oh
back.
yeah, just gonna retract like when somebody's
Yep.
calf muscle shoots up
Yep.
and it's out of play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. But that can't be comfortable. Looks cool.
It does look cool. I mean, I wouldn't fight him if he had that. I think he's a lot scarier.
I think it gives you an area to focus if you are fighting him. Just
Yeah,
shove that sapphire deeper in that socket.
I mean, that'd be the same as poking
Like
him
if
in
the
the eye.
mountain just comes in and just wedges that sapphire deeper into that
Yep,
crevice.
I guess that would hurt too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so he's feeling high and mighty here because he knows he has the Baratheons on his side. And this is the scene we were talking about where he tosses him a dagger and just pretty much says, take one of your eyes out. And Boros is like, nah, dude, not in my house.
He has standards.
He does have standards.
Yes.
And the kid declared he's a messenger, so he's not going to have the maybe queen's kid killed in his house.
Yeah, because think about that. If they had a kid killed in the house, can you imagine?
Well, he's
A
he's
messenger
hearing
kid?
this all from like two different kids, right?
Yep.
Hey, we're actually king.
He's 19. He's not no kid.
Well, right, but he comes in and he's just like, hey, check this out. My older brother just became king. This kid comes in and he's just like, hey, my mom is actually the queen. And so it's like, all right, nobody's fighting. Nobody's killing. Get the heck out of my house if you want to do this. So Lucerys leaves and we'll skip over.
So here, he's leaving. He's probably freaked out. Focus. Pay attention, Arax. Be calm.
Yeah, he knows how bad it is out there and that
Yep.
this dragon's going to struggle.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
Especially because he's going to be kind of frantic, so I think the dragon's going to pick up on that
Sure.
a little bit because he's kind of...
Kind of scared for his life. He
Absolutely.
knows he needs to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he takes off in flight. Here in a moment, I'm going to revert back to the book, but I want to kind of get a little farther into this. So, yeah, in the book, it talks about how there's like blue lightning coming around, like all over where he's flying. The winds are super strong. The storm's super heavy. It's supposed to be as black as Daemon's heart.
That is pretty freaking dark.
That
and
is dark.
Bad.
Do they do blue lightning?
Too expensive.
Couldn't have shaded it blue. But he's flying away, and was that the moment? There's a really cool shot here I'll pause it.
We're gonna try to get it. Oh, close. Keep going.
All right, so here's, you can see right here in this shadow. I'm gonna try and get a better shot, but here's Lucerys' dragon's head. That little thing.
Oh, baby.
Here is Varrix's head.
Vagar.
Vagar. Why did I say Varrix? Vagar's head.
It's Eric's.
Oh, I mixed the two. But
Look at that thing.
oh my gosh,
Oh, if we would have got that little one.
that was a good shot.
That was. It's so hard to get it. Oh, you're too far. You're
Was
too
that?
far. Yeah, you're too far. It's all good. It's a tough scene. We tried to get it earlier, but we're not. It's hard. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it right there.
All right, so there's wing,
Body.
body, and I mean this little guy's just tiny.
He's a little baby.
It's like the size of one of this dragon's legs,
Yeah, I mean, not even.
right?
Not even. That's like a. That's
Its whole body would not be like the length. of the
13
leg.
years old to like 190 or something like that.
That's a massive dragon.
Yeah, that dragon is ginormous.
Not a fair fight. But
The one thing I noticed is that dragon's a lot faster.
Lucerys's is.
No.
Oh, speed wise, sure.
Quickness obviously is
Yeah.
different, but speed wise, like top speed.
Bigger
Yeah.
wings. I mean, that thing's got.
No, I know
thrust.
it's
Yeah.
probably it's max speeds like double probably, but quickness it can't keep up.
Exactly. Where Lucerys has a chance is that his dragon's tinier, better maneuverability and
Yep.
whatnot. And he does use it into his advantage here in a little bit. But he sees that Aemon's on his tail, and so now he's freaking out because now he's going to have a battle in the sky. And this is not what he wants.
Nope. Aemon laughing in the background like a little sadistic little kid.
Yeah, he's taunting. He's just trying to scare the heck out
I
of
believe he is just taunting here because he could breathe fire on this thing and just kill it right then.
100%.
And he's faster than it. He could have chomped it earlier.
Yep.
Or chomped it right here. But
Yep.
he chomped early.
He's probably like pulling the reins
Yep.
back on the dragon and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you guys have seen Aemon going after Lucerys, there's a moment in the books that shows why Aemon, and for a show that's really trying to like humanize like all these decisions that are being made, I'm surprised they left this part out. Maybe because it's kind of an adult.
Yeah, definitely an adult
Conversation.
conversation. I think they leave it out because I think he's just taunting.
Yeah,
And I
and
don't.
it doesn't really add to the story.
No.
But essentially, why Aemon left Storm's End is so after Lucerys walks out the door. So Aemon picked one daughter already. He's gonna marry that girl. What they talk about in the book is that the second eldest daughter gets jealous essentially, and when Lucerys leaves, she looks over at Aemon and is just like, was it one of your eyes that was taken, or one of your balls? And she's like, I'm so glad you chose my sister. I want a husband with all of his parts.
Yep.
And Aemon in this moment, it says his mouth gets twisted, he's getting very flustered, and he just storms out, and he's just like, you want to see a man with all of his parts? Like, I'll show you, and goes after Lucerys.
I wonder if she saw his dragon.
Oh, I think she would have changed her tune
I
then.
think
yeah,
so.
Right? Yeah, you want to see all my parts? It's parked outside, not compensating. But yeah, so Lucerys tries to there's like this little cavern or whatever, and he flies in there. He's trying to evade Aemon. It's really hard to get away from this dragon because of the speed of Vagar. And there's I don't know if I'm gonna play that part because you really should watch the maybe I'll go to the after.
Go to the very end. Okay, so his face. Yeah, you got to see this scene. This is intense right here. But like, okay, so you just leave it right there. His face in there, like, you can. This is how I knew he didn't do it on purpose.
Yep.
Because if you watch this scene, he keeps saying, "Serve me, serve me, serve me," and so did Lucerys during it. Serve me, serve me, serve me. And so what Lucerys does is Vagar's coming after Arax, and gets close, and then Arax gets all crazy and is like, I'm gonna attack this big old dragon because he's an idiot. It's a teenage 13-year-old kid. So when Arax attacks Vagar, it ticks Vagar off.
Yep.
It's doesn't do anything to him because the fire's not hot enough yet, but it ticks him off.
Yep.
And that's when he's like, serve me, serve me, serve me. And then so what it shows is dragons kind of do their own thing. And
Yeah.
as much as these people can control them, they can't.
Yep.
They can to a point until they don't want to.
Exactly. These dragons do have a mind of their own,
Mhm.
and they're killing machines. And when they feel attacked or threatened, they're going to act on their own.
And I don't think he's threatened. I think he's just irritated.
Irritated. Yeah, this little fly is buzzing around and annoying me.
Yep.
And so, yeah, while Aemon and Lucerys are trying to control their dragons with their commands and whatnot, I did notice that Lucerys is speaking in Valerian,
Mm-hmm.
and Aemon is doing all the commands in English, even though in the training, all the commands were done in Valerian,
That's a good point.
right?
Wonder why.
And so...
Maybe he's teaching old dog new tricks. You ever think about that?
Yeah, we're going to teach you English.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vhagar. But yeah, so you see this total loss of control between both the boys and their dragons, and so
'Cause what stupid boy? Lucerys would never attack Vhagar, obviously.
right,
So his dragon's just an idiot.
yeah. It's unfortunate because there is an event that happens in this scene that I didn't want to show you guys, but you do need to watch it. But it brings bad news to Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra hears what's happening, and we'll hop over to this.
But I definitely don't think he did it on purpose, and that's why I'm still on his team. Look at
Yeah,
that.
but he still caused it. Like if he didn't go out and taunt the kid,
I guess.
right?
I'm still on his team.
I'm like that parent that's like, you guys were playing with rocks, somebody got hurt, it's your fault. You guys shouldn't have been playing with rocks.
Yeah, well, one kid threw a knife.
Well, that kid shouldn't have been playing with knives.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, as a parent, I would act like Rhaenyra is right here.
Yep, I would too.
Yeah, you hurt my little boy, and yeah. So pretty much Daemon got the news. He's filling in Rhaenyra and lets her know something has happened.
And this is a different Rhaenyra than we've ever seen in the whole show. The whole first season of Game of Thrones, House of Dragon.
Pause for effect, and so HBO doesn't cancel us.
No, what? We just pause for effect. We never do it
Pause
for
for
HBO.
effect.
Has nothing to do with HBO. Look at that.
Oh man, she is in pain. One more pause for effect. This will
Yeah.
really build up to a special moment. And how you feeling, Rhaenyra? Talk to us.
Just look at me. So
That is a destroyed mother.
that is a pissed off mother, showing the vein in her head and everything. I'm guessing she just heard the news that Lucerys was killed by Aemond. That's all at war because of that.
Yep.
And it's a great way to end the season. We both thought the season would end with Viserys dying. I think they did a better job than what we would have thought. I think
Yeah.
this is a better turner than Viserys dying.
To our, to be fair, like at that time when we thought that, the pacing would have led us there. They kind of quickly were like, bump, 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 bump. Okay, Viserys died. Bump, 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 bump. And
Yeah. But yeah,
But yeah, no, we thought that would have been.
it's a pissed off Rhaenyra. Now it's all at war.
This is, yeah, I know I keep saying it, but this is actually what kind of sets off the Dance of the Dragons.
Yep, this is the Dance of the Dragons.
Yeah, this is what converts it, because Rhaenyra up until this point has been trying, and in the books they talk about how she does want to keep the peace, but it is the Dance of the Dragons, but she's wanting to win this fight with words and ravens. And so at this point they've been blasting ravens off with messages and stuff, and not anymore. Once she got the news of what happened to little Lucerys, there are no more ravens being sent.
Someone just killed your kid.
Now it's time for war.
Now it's time for war, even if you die.
Hold my hair back. I'm going in.
Yeah, all in. You're going all in for your kids. We know that's true.
Yep. And so, yeah, season 2, episode 1 is going to have to start off with a banger, because it's from this point forward, nobody's nice to anybody.
Yep.
And it's just a war.
Otto should be dead.
Yes.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. Just kill him just because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, very good season. I thought it was very good, especially compared to where the books were at. I think they're pretty close. I truly enjoyed it. I'm more excited for season 2 than I am season 1.
Yeah.
Just based off of the fact
Based
that
off what we know now.
there's going to be so much more war coming on.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they're going to do in season 2.
I will say this is cool. This show. All right. I know we don't do the. I don't do this a lot where we do the books and the show at the same time.
We've never read a book, so
I don't even know how to read. I just look at the pages.
we actually both listen to audiobooks. So
But now, like, I know we both know the way that this book is written, and it's not written like a normal book. It leaves so many gaps, leaves so many holes, and so it's cool to watch the show because the show, I will say, is honestly doing a very good job of filling in those blanks. There could be more blanks filled, but the necessary blanks are being filled.
So yeah, like one specific example at the very end of the show, Vagar killing Lucerys, whatever, Arax. It says in the book that he just kills him
Yeah.
because there's no maesters. Maesters pretty much write the book, and Mushroom, and so I mean, how can you, if Aegon comes back and says I didn't kill him, it was Vagar, but who's writing Vagar? No one's gonna believe him that he goes, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
He goes, I tried to stop him. He wouldn't stop it. And everyone's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You flew up in the air. Okay.
So it's just a mention, that this happened.
Yeah.
And
So we have the show fills in that blank and what really happened.
Yeah.
So I do like that part of it. How the books are open to interpretation. We pretty much in the books it has like 3 different interpretations, and one of them's usually right.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's in between, but it's usually like you have Mushroom who goes crazy.
Yeah, always.
It's always like the most perverse, gross thing you can think of. He's right sometimes, but and then you have like sometimes they switch spots, but like it's usually one of those 3 things. So
yeah,
they could go either any way because it's all just hearsay until it's
like
right.
One count has that Lucerys got ingested by the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Another count is that his body washed ashore and was fed to the crabs and whatnot. And then Mushroom says that somehow this kid survived the massive fall and got like amnesia and whatnot and ended up living life as a simple fisherman and just forgot who he was. And so you have like all these accounts, and so the showrunners get to pick which one they want to go with.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I
as
think,
long as it still leads them to the end and the same.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Obviously he's definitely a fisherman because they weren't that high up.
Nah, it was just a couple jumps.
Yeah.
I mean, Yao Ming could have hopped that high.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Yao Ming. That's going back a little bit,
Right? But he's so Lucerys, we miss you, R.I.P. dude.
Mm-hmm.
Second season's gonna be just insane.
Second season will be amazing. Third season, these next seasons are gonna be amazing. I'm very excited. I'm just kind of ticked we have to wait about a year, maybe. I don't even know.
A year or 2 probably. That's gonna be tough.
That's gonna be tough. What are we gonna talk about?
Well, I do think this show deserves an after show, and I'm not gonna give all the details yet because we're just kind of workshopping behind the scenes. But we do want to plan an after show, a Game of Thrones after show with hopefully a special guest. So we'll see if we can make it happen. You're not gonna want to miss that. So definitely like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about on this one?
One thing I'm disappointed with the show.
Yeah.
No Mushroom.
He needs to be in there.
They need to have Mushroom in the show.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Is
What
Mushroom and Alice Rivers. I want to see them together.
What?
Alice Rivers, you know who Alice Rivers is yet?
No, I do.
I want to see them together. Mushroom doesn't like her.
Yeah.
I just want to see them as characters, who they are.
Oh, I got you. You just want to see.
And
okay.
Cregan Stark, I can't wait for him. They
That's
talk
gonna
about
be
him. They
cool.
talk him in the show, so now I can talk about him.
Yep.
He is amazing. I'm gonna be on his team coming up.
Yeah.
And there's another guy I want to be on his team, but I can't talk about him yet, or her.
Dang it! I thought I had a picture of Laris pulled up, but
What?
I know.
We don't have any Laris?
No Laris.
No, you have it saved.
Yeah, probably.
No, you do. We saved it because it's amazing. And we didn't get to see Laris in this picture, and I'm really he's like my favorite character. Should have been last week. Is it that one? Come on.
Dang it! It's so far away that I can't see anything.
No, Laris.
Laris, we need more.
Laris, I'll show you my foot.
Is he there?
No, he's not. It's okay. You don't have to show him. It's all right. It's all right. Not a big deal.
Dang it!
It's all good.
All right,
It's all good. It's cool.
it's all good in the hood. No
all good.
Laris this week.
I didn't want to see him anyways.
Make it up to you. Actually, maybe I'll just add it into post.
Absolutely. Post
Here's
it.
Laris.
He's adorable.
Such a cutie. All right, you guys have been amazing. Thanks for talking nerdy with us. If you made it this far, you guys are incredible. Hit that like button. Support us out, help the channel grow. Hit subscribe, tell your friends about the show. And if we do that after show, you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a good one. So hit that bell notification so you don't miss it. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.